It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
One of the things that I talk about all the time is defense and wasting heroes on defense. But I want to show some fights where I believe the wrong heroes were chose on defense. Now, the reason why I've been talking about this a lot is because I don't like the idea of having to level up a hero specifically to counter a hero, right? So what does that mean? So like a team like Orion and Augustus, a lot of people suggest to just level your own Orion and Augustus. With Dante, a lot of people just suggested to level up Dante. I want to level a hero that's useful in more aspects of the game. And with Orion and Augustus, we already have heroes that are good at countering them, you know, Isaac and Sebastian, right? So I think that Orion and Augustus is bad on defense. I just think that they're bad on defense because they're so easy to counter with heroes that everybody has leveled up. It's the same reason why I don't suggest people to level up the twins first. Lars and Krista, very bad on defense. Talking about Yasmin, very bad on defense. Yasmin is very bad on defense. Not that they're bad heroes, because they're great heroes. They're great heroes. But the problem is there's just so many popular heroes that are already counters to those heroes. So I want to show a couple of fights here. We've got a team here on the right. There are two problems with the team on the right. But before I talk about why the team on the right is bad, I want to say this. No defense is good unless you are leaning real heavy into the random, lucky, 5% chance to win no matter what kind of situation with dodge heroes or crit heroes, like with Aurora or with Dante, Nebula, Sebastian, Jet kind of lines. Unless you're leaning into those random teams, every team can be beaten, okay? The only conversation to have is what are the easiest heroes to level that can beat the most amount of defenses, if that makes sense. So the team on the right uses Sebastian and Isaac. Sebastian by himself is great. It's great for boosting damage output, good for protecting your team against control effects. Isaac, not great on defense. He's just not great on defense because all I have to do is not attack with magic damage. Just not attack with magic damage. And Isaac is worthless. If I don't attack with control heroes, Sebastian is worthless. But for the most part, that's fine. Additionally, Celeste, she auto attacks with magic damage. Her basic auto attack is magic damage. Celeste Aurora on defense, highly susceptible to Isaac. So you would think that Isaac would not be a good counter to Aurora. You'd think. And you'd think that Ishmael would just chew through Isaac. And maybe Here's Johnny is just a weak team. It's possible. I mean, we got some 190k, 180k. There's some. I mean, they're not all up there, and I definitely out power level them. But Here's Johnny has got two. They've got two bad combos on their team. You have heroes that are useless, and you've got heroes that are gonna be just auto losses to Isaac. It's a problem. It's a problem to do Aurora and Celeste on defense. It's a problem to do Orion and Gus on defense. It's a problem to do the twins on defense. And then this team, another conversation, same kind of deal here. We have Isaac Sebastian on the enemy team and a really out of place Jet. I'm sorry, a really out of place Zhu here. Like, I can see the combo with Martha and Zhu, and I don't need to show this fight because it doesn't really matter, but Isaac and Sebastian are used on defense to protect yourself against a specific kind of team. And if you don't attack with that kind of team, then you're basically going 5 versus 3. Am I right? I've got no control heroes over here on the left. I've got no control heroes at all. I've got no magic damage over here at all. None. So Isaac and Sebastian are basically worthless here. Basically worthless. Yeah, they're protecting a little bit against Astaroth's energy burn. Sure, they're protecting a little bit against, I think Nebula's energy burn might be able to be blocked by Sebastian. I don't even know. But it's just an issue. And then I want to show you here on Clash of Worlds the same kind of thing. Yeah, this is just kind of showing the same kind of situation. I threw in Kayla just for the fun of using it. I think I could have used just 4 heroes here to beat this team, and I think it would have been okay. But again, if you don't bring any control, you don't bring any magic damage, then Isaac and Sebastian are kind of And I think this one is just, yeah, here's another example here. Celeste and Orion is functionally the same as Celeste and Aurora. You know, just about any heroes with Isaac is going to win versus this team. Celeste is really good against Yasmin. Corvus is really good against Yasmin. There's so many heroes. Amira, good against Yasmin. Obviously, Helios, good against Yasmin. There's so many good heroes that count. There's so many heroes that counters Yasmin. Guys, don't use Yasmin on defense. This is probably this person's third team, which is why they went with it. No dodge heroes on the front. You know what really surprised me is that the Ninja Turtles did the most damage in this fight. That's actually the thing that surprised me the most. I thought that for sure it was going to be Isaac or Corvus. But yeah, Ninja Turtles is the highest damage dealer. Usually I consider them more of a control hero. Corvus especially destroys Yasmin. The thing about Corvus, though, is Corvus isn't really thought of as a top 3 tank. You know, in a world where a lot of players don't even use a proper tank. No, Darby, I said specifically Sebastian by himself is fine. I think Sebastian by himself is fine. But I think Isaac is leaning too much into being overprotective. I think Sebastian plus Isaac is too much. Ninja Turtles top 2 tank on mobile? Oh, you mean Corvus is a top 2 tank? Yep. I think Corvus is one of the better tanks. I use Corvus all the time. By the way, guys, day 1, Clash of Worlds, all 5 attacks used. So I want to wrap up the conversation by saying this, just kind of like while I run through some other stuff. I don't think that it's wrong to use Isaac on defense. I really don't think that you're wrong for doing so, especially if it's one of your highest level heroes. Like, why not? I just want people to be aware that, you know, it's if the attacking teams have an option, and a lot of them do, then it's kind of a wasted hero slot. You know, same conversation with with the other ones as well. Augustus Orion, Celeste Orion, Aurora Celeste, the twins. There is no defense that's impossible to beat. It's a telegraph defense. Sure, yeah, Chaos, that's great. It's a telegraph defense. I like that. Yeah, I like that.